Have you ever had a friend who said something that just didn't sit right with your soul? Not because it was harsh, but because it revealed something deeper, a lack of wisdom, of emotional maturity, or even subtle envy. Here's the truth. Words are windows into the soul, and intelligent friends, truly wise, grounded friends, choose their words like a sculptor shaping marble. They speak to uplift, to clarify, to align with their values, never to belittle, never to manipulate. If someone close to you often says one of these 7 things, you might not be dealing with the kind of friend you think you are. In this video, we're going to uncover 7 powerful, Stoic truths about what intelligent, self-aware, and emotionally mature friends never say. Each one holds a mirror up to human nature and gives you the clarity to protect your peace, elevate your circle, and walk through life with greater wisdom. Stick around until the end, because the 7th point, it's something that could change the way you view every single relationship in your life. Let's dive in. Thing 1. That's just how I am. Deal with it. An intelligent friend never hides behind the excuse of fixed identity. When someone says, "That's just how I am," what they're really doing is putting up a wall. They're refusing to grow, to self-reflect, to evolve. Stoicism teaches us that we are not prisoners of our nature. We are students of life. A truly wise friend embraces that. They understand that self-awareness is not just a virtue, it's a responsibility. Instead of shutting down accountability, they lean into it. They ask, "Did I hurt you? Let's talk about it." They're willing to confront their own blind spots because they value growth over ego. Think about it. A person who refuses to change is telling you they value their comfort more than your trust, their pride over your peace. Real friends, intelligent friends, don't just bring warmth. They bring accountability. They evolve with you. They don't force you to deal with them. They ask how they can grow alongside you. So if someone constantly shields bad behavior with, "That's just how I am," ask yourself, do they want to grow? Or do they just want you to accept their damage? Thing 2. You're too sensitive. This one's a dagger wrapped in casual words. A truly intelligent friend never says, "You're too sensitive," because what they're really doing is invalidating your emotional reality. They're refusing to look inward and take responsibility for how their words or actions affected someone they care about. Let's be honest, emotional maturity isn't about never causing harm. It's about caring enough to reflect when you do. Stoic wisdom tells us to remain calm, yes, but it never tells us to belittle someone else's emotions. Sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's awareness. It's connection. It's depth. When a wise friend notices they've hit a nerve, they don't get defensive. They get curious. They ask, "What did I say that hurt?" They listen without needing to be right. People who shut you down with, "You're too sensitive," are often avoiding something: guilt, shame, the discomfort of accountability. But intelligent friends? They know words are powerful, and if their words cause pain, they want to understand why, not dismiss you. Because to them, your feelings are not a problem to fix, they're a reality to honor. Thing 3. At least it's not as bad as. This one hides under the cloak of comfort, but underneath, it's dismissal. When you're struggling, truly struggling, and a friend responds with, "At least it's not as bad as what I went through," they're not comforting you. They're competing with your pain, and pain is not a competition. An intelligent friend knows this. They understand that you don't need comparison. You need compassion. They don't minimize what you're going through just because someone else had it worse. Stoicism isn't about ignoring pain. It's about learning to face it with clarity. A wise friend will say, "That sounds incredibly difficult. I'm here for you." Not because they have all the answers, but because they respect your humanity. People who say, "at least," are often uncomfortable with vulnerability. They use perspective as a weapon instead of a guide. But true friends, they sit with you in your mess. They don't lecture you. They listen. They don't compete with your suffering. They honor it. Because to them, your pain isn't something to outrank. It's something to walk through together. Thing 4. You're overthinking it. Intelligent friends don't say this because they know your thoughts deserve space, not suppression. Your overthinking it is often used by people who want the conversation to end, not evolve. It's a shutdown, a dismissal of the fact that your mind is working overtime trying to process something deeply important to you. Stoicism teaches us to examine our thoughts, not run from them. The wise don't fear deep thinking. They welcome it. They understand that behind every worry is a story, a belief, a fear that deserves to be heard. A real friend won't silence your introspection. They'll help you navigate it. They'll ask, "What's going on underneath this?" They'll help you untangle the knots in your mind, not tighten them. People who say you're overthinking it often mean, "You're thinking more deeply than I'm comfortable with." But your mind is not a burden. It's your compass. A wise friend respects that because they know the world doesn't need less thinking. It needs better thinking. And better thinking starts with the courage to ask why. Thing 5. It's not a big deal. This one, it stings because it makes you question your own judgment. When someone tells you it's not a big deal, what they're really saying is, "Your values don't matter to me." And that's a red flag wrapped in casual indifference. An intelligent friend understands that what matters to you matters. Even if it's not important to them, they take the time to understand why it matters to you. They validate your priorities, your perspective, your peace. Stoic wisdom teaches us to accept reality, but it also reminds us that what we choose to value is what shapes our character. When someone dismisses what you care about, they're not just being insensitive. They're showing you they don't value your worldview. Real friends don't say, "It's not a big deal." They say, "Tell me why this matters to you." They listen. They respect your boundaries, your emotions, your intuition, because to them, what matters to you is always a big deal. Thing 6. You owe me. A wise friend never weaponizes what they've done for you. "You owe me" is a phrase of manipulation, a subtle trap that turns generosity into debt. And that's not friendship. That's a transaction. Stoicism teaches us to give without expectation. A gift given from the heart loses all purity the moment it becomes a score to settle. An intelligent friend understands this. When they help you, they do it from a place of care, not control. They don't keep mental ledgers. They don't use favors as future leverage. "You owe me" is the language of ego. But wise friends, they operate from virtue. They help because it aligns with who they are, not because they want something in return. If someone constantly reminds you of what they've done for you, they're not being generous. They're building emotional debt they'll later use against you. True friends never make you feel owned. They make you feel seen. Thing 7. You'll never be able to. This one cuts deeper than a blade. A truly intelligent friend never doubts your potential out loud. They don't say, "You'll never be able to," because they understand the weight of words and the responsibility they carry. Stoicism teaches us that no one can predict another's fate, because the human spirit is capable of unimaginable transformation. A wise friend knows this. They don't define you by your past. They believe in your capacity to rise. When someone tells you what you can't do, what they're really revealing is their own fear, their own limitations. But intelligent friends don't project their doubts onto you. They see your struggle and still believe in your strength. They say, "It'll be hard, but I believe you can." They remind you that your journey may be difficult, but it's not impossible. The greatest betrayal isn't someone laughing at your dream. It's someone you love telling you to stop dreaming. Surround yourself with people who speak life into your vision, because one powerful belief can drown out 1,000 doubts. Conclusion: the words we speak and hear shape who we become. Each of these 7 phrases might seem small in the moment, but over time they reveal a pattern, a mindset, a belief system. And if someone consistently speaks from a place of ego, of dismissal, of limitation, then no matter how long you've known them, they may not be the friend your soul truly needs. Stoic wisdom reminds us, we are the average of the people we surround ourselves with, and the quality of your life often mirrors the quality of your friendships. So take a moment today to reflect. Who in your life lifts you higher? Who challenges you to grow, to evolve, to stay true to your values? And more importantly, what kind of friend are you? Because the journey to finding wise, grounded friends begins with being one. If this message resonated with you, if it stirred something in your heart, please consider subscribing. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And comment below, which one of these phrases have you heard, or maybe even said yourself? Your voice matters here. Your growth matters. And your story, your truth, could be the very thing someone else needs to hear today. Until next time, stay grounded, stay wise, and never forget, the words we speak can either heal or harm. Choose them with love.